was linked to her bank account and inherited wealth. Cleaners to help manage the chores that her disability made difficult and time-consuming. Personal trainers to help maintain her physical health and make sure she stayed on track in physical therapy. A nutritionist to design meal plans that supposedly benefited her, and doctors who offered the latest medications to help with her ataxia. She loved Girls with Glasses because it was something she'd built herself, first on a free microblog platform, then a small self-made site, then as a growing social media empire. She'd done it without her parents' input or even their knowledge, spending long nights building her internet clout and carving social media breaks into her work schedule, until it had become too big to hide. It was the one thing she could point to that was indisputably the result of her hard work. And it was her shrine to the art that had kept her sane and given her joy during and after her recovery. She was really extremely fucking busy with taking Girls with Glasses to the next level and was in the midst of planning their big push for the AnimeCon coming up in a few months. She wasn't going to let insomnia ruin everything. Reggie couldn't slip up now. She needed to do more work, get more likes and follows, make sure every post was fun, interesting, unique, and grammatically correct. She needed to become the best geek site the internet had ever seen, because if she didn't... She thought of all the people who followed her, so excited to have a safe, diverse community where their race, sexual orientation, or disability was respected as a matter of course. She thought of her staff, all from marginalized backgrounds that usually didn't have this opportunity. She couldn't fail. She needed to sleep, or the business she'd spent the last few years building up might come crashing down. She'd beg this guy for his help if she had to, though she'd rather scoot down glass-covered stairs than beg anyone for anything. But she was desperate, and this was a simple matter of problem-solving. The email was fine, technically. There were no typos. The latest update to the speech recognition drivers and her own proofreading had fixed that. But there was one major problem. Despite her stating otherwise, it was creepy. Dear Mr. Kendoku, I hope this email finds you well. You may not remember me, but 3 years ago I used to tune in to your StreamLive.com channel, The Puzzle Zone. We chatted quite a bit over the course of 3 months, or rather, I sent messages in the live stream chat function, and you responded. I'm writing with what I'll admit is an unconventional proposition. I'd like to request approximately 10 hours of audio recordings of you speaking. I'm willing to pay a more than reasonable amount for this product, and will have a contract drawn up specifying that it is for my personal, non-creepy use, protecting you from any unlawful dissemination of said product. I look forward to hearing back from you. Sincerely, at 26-inch rims. There, nice and formal and businesslike, so there was no reason for him to think she really needed his voice, even if she did. But maybe it wasn't the right tone. They'd spent every night together for 3 months, after all. That was longer than any of her relationships had lasted. They'd kind of been friends. Not enough for him to want to keep in contact, though. Kokoro Kendoku's email address had been unearthed by Reggie's twin sister, Portia, Jill of all trades and amateur internet detective. Portia, who was off on some kind of eat-pray-swords journey of self-discovery in Scotland, had accidentally found out her boss was the secret love child of a duke using those same skills. Reggie was not in Royal Watcher's fandom, but even she was intrigued, and the hits to Portia's blog posts on Girls with Glasses were a bonus. Reggie was certain she'd weirded her sister out by asking for anything from